guys, welcome back to another video. So around this time every year, since I've been drawing kind of on Procreate, I've always done like a Procreate Gallery tour. So I wanted to do that today, but if you haven't seen my previous one, those other gallery tours would also show my old Ibis paint drawings alongside with any of the drawings from Procreate that I've since then moved to my Google Drive to kind of like alleviate some space. But now since I've moved to this particular iPad, I have a lot more space, so I haven't been really offloading any of the drawings onto a different place. So check out those videos if you wish to see some of my older stuff that's no longer on this particular Procreate. Let's go through my drawings, and I'm gonna go quickly through all my old ones probably, but any of the newer ones I'll try my best to explain certain things or just say who the character is. And then once we go through kind of like a lot of the older drawings, I'll probably kick it into time-lapse so that we don't have to spend too much time on them. I don't personally like to label my files per se, but I do like to sort everything into a group if I can, and I tend to label those. From my knowledge, I don't think you can sort files in Procreate, so I don't really find it necessary to name my files. Even when exporting, I just make sure just to look from like most recent, and then if I need to, I'll rename them on my computer. Yeah, let's get started. This is my reverse 1999 folder. Now, I am quite new to the game, so I don't have a lot of fan art currently. So this one is from the most recent video where I drew Ezra, and this is like a start to finish video. Then we have Sotheby, where I did a watercoloring video. And then we have Saneto, where I did alcohol markers for hers. Kind of moving along, we have the little Polaroids that I did for our video as well. So this one has all of my other files in it, but right now the kind of like front-facing one is of Shhh, and this is like of a drawing you'll see later. And then we have Reimu and Petra, which I drew specifically for the Polaroids. After that, if you see any kind of like of these canvases where it has like little chibis and the red circles or anything like that, most likely I have other layers kind of like containing the other characters. So we have Leos and then we have Marcial, but I have other layers. So we have Fallen and we have Chilchuk. Then we have Senshi and Itsutsumi. So I won't go through the other layers for the other chibis, but most likely I have like a lot of other characters in there as well. So yeah, I ended up drawing a lot of my sticker chibis in Procreate and then offloading them to Clip Studio Paint to do the actual finals. But these were for stickers. After that, we have my Plave folder. So I ended up doing portraits of all the Plave boys. And I kind of wanted to go from like left to right and they slowly turn. So starting with Noah, and I also gave them kind of like colored roses. So we have Noah, we have Bambi, we have Yejun, Hamin, and Eunho. I would like to redraw some of these probably, or just make more fan art of them in general because I think they're really cute. Down here we have no folder, but hopefully soon we will because I would love to draw more fan art of Natsume and Nyanko sensei. So just a Natsume Yujincho illustration. So this folder, or stack I guess, has kind of like a little mini comic of my OCs, which I did for an OC scenarios type video. And I'm not going to go through all the panels because that is kind of shown better in a different video, and I feel like my Procreate will crash because these files are a little bit on the larger side. Just a few pages in here, and then we have our final page with a little illustration of Kaisen getting drawn on. A little random Miku drawing. So I really love the Pokemon Voltage kind of Hatsune Miku Pokemon collab, so hopefully I'll draw more in the future, but I kind of wanted to scratch that itch, so I drew the ground type Miku, I believe, alongside with Flygon. Haikyuu folder, so kind of the same deal for these ones. I have all the other boys prior on a different layer. So right here we have Hinata, Tsukishima, and Yamaguchi, and then obviously the other boys. And this is an old sketch of Sugawara. My Honkai Star Rail folder, it has a lot more sketches than finished artwork. I feel like I haven't been doing a lot of finished artwork here. But here we have Sunday from the Shikishi board video where I did alcohol markers. Firefly, which I ended up not really liking nor finishing, so I might redo this one later at some point. Robin, so the next few ones I did the same thing where I sketched on Procreate, then After that, I moved them to Clip Studio Paint. So these are for my Honkai Star Rail idol cards. So starting off with Robin, then we have March 7th. We have Sunday, which I did not like how I drew him here. I do apologize to any Sunday fans. Aventurine, we have Japard, and then we have Danheng. That's it for my idol cards. I was gonna draw like full outfits for them, but I ended up not really wanting to. But this is supposed to be Jingyuan. And then this is from the chibi video that I did to show proportionings for chibis. So of Sunday. I'm assuming this has all of my layers in it. So just kind of like a sneak peek of what I did for some of these other ones here. So then we have Misha and Clocky. Misha, kind of like the first version. I didn't really like this one as much. I might revisit it for a different character, but that's where Clocky came from, and I kind of like copy and pasted him to the other illustration. Sunday, Little Doodle. Robin, who I would love to redraw again. Aventurine sketch page, and I would like to do more sketch pages of just like Honkai Star Rail characters, because I don't know if I will dedicate myself to draw the characters like fully for an illustration, but sketch pages are always fun, so maybe in the future. Danheng, Aventurine for an alcohol marker video, which I did very poor planning for, so I'm not really fond of this one or the alcohol marker drawing. We have Ranmei, so done with the 6B pencil. Topaz and Numby for I think a watercolor video. Ranmei again, which I didn't really like the positioning of her hand, so I kind of cropped it and moved it. Danheng planning, and this is kind of like me trying to figure out what I wanted to draw him doing, I guess, for the composition. We have Kafka. Danheng for an alcohol marker video as well. Danheng, which I never finished. We have Mr. Yang or Welt. After that, we have Blade. I would like to in the future and get back into it, but like I said, I might just do them in a similar style to my sketch pages. So after that, we have, I think these were supposed to be studies. I ended up not really doing as many as I want to. I think I want to do them more like traditionally in a larger sketchbook. So I did like hands, another session where I did mostly like gloves and stuff, but this was very fun to do. These are like zine templates that I was using for my flower zine. I forgot to move them over for some reason. Also my template for Inktober. And then just planning for zine stuff and calculating prices. My miscellaneous folder. So this is usually where I do a lot of like planning. This also has my commissions, the drawing your OCs video as well. So quite quickly, thumbnail for a live stream. The girls from Fields of Mystria, which I don't really like any of the drawings I did. Some of the boys from a similar theme, so Fields of Mystria characters as well. A gift for a friend. This was supposed to be, I think, the planning for TGT from Niji-san GEN. Then I was going to do an alkaloid version, which I might still do. I was going to do a Breeze version as well, so Wanderer, Kazuha, Ether, Heizo, Ventian, Shao. Feminine planning to make sure that his face looked a little bit more properly placed. 6 character fan art, so we have Rampo, Chiori, Lloyd, Jinshi, Freerin, and Zuko. I like the selection of characters. Some of them I don't really like how I drew them, but birthday gift for a friend, so I drew their OC. This is kind of like the first version, didn't really like it, so I changed it to this one last minute. Drawing your OCs video, so another 6 characters. A gift for another friend, so Soren. And then I think these were sketches for drawing your OCs for people who did more traditional art and they didn't really have any colored versions of their OCs, so I kind of did it in a more similar style. Again, drawing your OCs video. I like how vibrant these ones are. I think they look super cute. And then this one needed like a redemption. Yeah, I didn't really like this one, so I think I ended up doing the other one. I do not remember what this was for specifically, but just a bunch of clovers. If you ever see me draw Shhh a lot, I end up drawing Shhh a lot for a friend, so I doodle him a lot. So here's Shhh for a gift. This is actually the planning for my phone screen. Hope you can kind of see that. So I have like 2 versions. So this is kind of the background, and I try to block out all of the areas where it has like more important things. Another gift for a friend. And I think a lot of these will be from last year now, considering that friends, I guess like their birthday is in October, so a lot of these you probably have seen from the previous video. Ensemble stars. So this one, yeah, this one has way too many chibis to the point where I had to group them into their units. But yeah, I don't know. These were a little bit more funkier. I ended up really like making them look a little scraggly. As long as I had like the general gist, I kind of figured out how I wanted to draw them for, what is it called? Doing the line art and the coloring, I guess. I'll leave Wataru in the front. Hito, so kind of like playing around with brushes from a set that I got from, I'll put the artist name right here if I remember. But yeah, they have some cute little kind of like marker, pencil, and like grid dotted sketchbook kind of like texture and stuff, so I wanted to play around with those. Hito again, or like White Lily Hito. White Lily Hito, because it's my favorite outfit, so that's where these two are from. Tsukasa, which I would like to revisit. He had a lot of like finagling in terms of like the positioning of his arm. Hito sketches, Tsukasa for a watercolor drawing, I think. And then Hito, Ray, kind of like the rough colors, and then the finished version. Next up is Tears of Themis. So there's not a lot in here either. I don't draw them all too much. So here we have Artem, we have Luke, Marius, and Vin. This is supposed to be Luke. This is Artem. So those ones are like from a long time ago, and this is kind of like a planning for like a group print. Okay, so I get a lot of questions still about this folder. There's nothing suspicious behind it, nor am I hiding anything technically. Usually anything that I have to do for like promotions or for like zines or projects that I can't show right away, I put it in this folder, and oftentimes just put this in the front. So yeah, just the face of the folder. This is from like zines from a while ago, since I haven't done any recently. So yeah, another zine project, the sketch version, zine project, planning. So these are actually plannings for my notebook. I talked about it, but I think only this year I ended up releasing these sketchbook designs. So this is the ginkgo, the baby's breath, and the hydrangea kind of notebooks that I ended up doing. These two I haven't done. So I haven't done the red and green one, nor have I done the purple one. I would like to tackle these soon. Probably. If not, maybe not this one. I would love to do like more of a pink and purple version for some kind of notebook. So yeah, nothing else really in that folder. VTuber folder has a lot of artwork, so we're gonna have to go through a lot. This is supposed to be Reimu. It's been a while since I've done painted chibis, I guess. Albin, which I was gonna do for the Shikishi video, and I chickened out because it's a little bit too complicated. Reimu Endo in her new outfit, which I adore a lot. We have Ike for an alcohol marker video. little Reimu and like the little ghost sushi. Outfit prediction. Reimu for when I had a lot of downtime at a convention, so I was just doodling her. More stickers. And then these ones are the Hollow Star boys, so I kind of wanted them to be in the same kind of like poses. And then for the Hololive girls, I was gonna do this for the pose, but I didn't really like it. Maybe because like the back turning, I didn't really was like able to see what their back of their outfits look like. So I ended up switching that one to a different pose. Then we have Ike, which I never finished. Shhh for another gift. Reimu for, I think, AR Live? Or no, her 3D. For her 3D, yeah. Some doodles for that. Shu Yamino, because I love his new outfit. Reimu for AR Live. And then the doodle to kind of accompany those. This was random. I drew like Racer Reimu. I don't know why, but I was like compelled to, so I ended up doing that. So a few more doodles of that. We have Ike from April Fool. More little Ikes. Ike based on the collab, I think from a cafe. I just loved the color of the drink. It was so pretty. Ike that I wanted to do for a watercolor drawing, but I abandoned. A shoe for another gift. Alcohol drawing video for Ike. Another Ike little doodle page, or a cat version. Albin drawing. Reimu, kind of like cooking attire. Shoe, which I was going to draw for a friend. More Ike drawings here. Albin. I do a lot of sketches. I think this is for a sketching video that I abandoned. Same with this one. Ike, kind of like with his e-latte. So I think you guys can probably tell who are my Oshis. Also, yeah, little animation, which I might see if I can finish this one, like, eventually. Because I think it's kind of cute, and I think it's simple enough for me to execute. Reimu and Petra, which took me way too long to finish this drawing because I went through like ups and downs of hating it, liking it, hating it, liking it, and then, you know, a bunch of stuff have happened in between those months. Reimu's birthday, Pomu and her Chandelier challenge. So I love drawing Chandelier, and Pomu was like one of my Oshis, so yeah, it was like meant to be drawn. So tackling one of the largest folders, which is my Genshin Impact folders. So the last person I drew technically for Genshin Impact is Mualani. So little sketches, the finished drawing. Okay. I need to explain myself. Yeah, she doesn't have one eye because I think I deleted the layer by accident. Robin's in here, but I did not end up turning her into a sticker, so I need to import this a little bit later. But once again, just every character kind of on here at some point. I think it has mostly like Natlin, Sumeru, and Fontaine characters. Not sure why y'all are upside down. I guess I turned the canvas at some point and never turned it back, but this has like all the my little guys. And then I did the limited color palettes. So we have Arlecchino, we have Linny, and Child. And then 1 layer challenge and the redraw official. Kaya and Diluc idol version. I might revisit those. Gaming, which is way too much happening here. I think these were kind of like sketches based off of their emotes, which I would like to revisit again because they have very cute emotes always. Gaming sketch, which I think his face looks really cute. This is for an acrylic marker video, I believe. We have Navia. Navia again. Fremine from acrylic marker. We have Fremine again. Miss Farina. Tineti. So these are based off of the idol version cards that I ended up doing for photo cards. I ended up doing them in Clip Studio Paint, so yeah. I think this was done... Ooh, I don't really remember what it was for. Oh yeah. And this. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I was gonna do like an outfit swap of like Genshin characters, but I ended up not really liking it, so... Shunling and Yanfei having kind of like an outfit swap. Venti watercolor portrait, what I wanted to do on those like round watercolor pads. Linny sketch. But moving on to 17, which I did not draw a lot of fan art, I feel like, for them this year, because I mentioned this in other videos that I kind of want to just focus on just watching them and enjoying them as is and not having to need to draw them and then also have to feel compelled to film it. So yeah, this is Jonghan and Wonu from their single album together, like as a unit. But I love this concept, it's so pretty. La La Lee. I was gonna do something for this. Obviously, because there is 13 and I divided them up into units, I was probably gonna do chibis because this is like my chibi template. Probably Wonu. Jonghan. So this is more recent as well, from probably one of the... I think it's the concert or it's Carrotland. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's for the concert where he dyed his hair. Joshua or like Joshua folder. So this was a gift for a friend. The previous concerts and stuff, so I would like to do a sketch page. Also, this is Hoshi. I love the concert, like the concept photos and the music video, but I could not for the life of me figure out how I wanted to draw this. So I don't know, maybe I will try again and maybe I'm in a better headspace, but I just love everything about this aesthetic. So the butterfly, the moon, the heart shape, lighting, it was everything about it I loved. I think this is in my Wanu folder, so I was gonna do a sketch page on this one, and I kind of abandoned it. I didn't end up doing it. But this is kind of like what the sketch pages usually look like. So this is of Wanu, obviously, which has a lot of sketch pages like this, and a lot of unfinished ones, because I think this is when I was hitting my burnt out stage of doing like 17 fan art. Okay, so another problem that I like, similar to the Hoshi problem that I had, I love the concept for like Seungwon solo for Dandelion. I could not determine how I wanted to draw it, so I kept going back and forth between like this one, this one. I have like a couple of thumbnails in a previous sketchbook. This was also for that too. I didn't know how I wanted to draw it. I think this one would have been the best version, but I do like the composition of this one. I don't know, maybe it's just the colors. I was just not feeling it. I think this is like my miscellaneous folder for my 17 drawings. So like if they have more than one member, I drew or put them into this folder. Jonghan and Wonu, Deed and June, sketch page again. Man, I don't know if you can tell, I love the Mansei era so much. And as like a carrot who got into them like during pre-debut and then seeing them debut, their first comeback was like so magical to me. I don't know why. I don't know. Mansei always has like a special place in my heart. And then planning for a zine. Oh, actually, yes. I think we're in my OC folder. Yeah, my floral zine. So luckily, I don't have too much to show you guys in this one yet. So I don't mind showing you. But in the future, if I, for some reason, don't finish this zine by sometime next year before October, I will not show this folder because hopefully I'll probably be too far in with the drawings that I don't want to spoil everything that's going to be in it. But to kind of like plan out, I like to have the template in my like on my drawing program of choice, which happens to be Procreate, and then I like to plan things out a little bit to get a good gist of everything. So this is what I currently have. So my zine is most likely going to be similar size to my notebook. Yeah, then this one is like the one that I'm currently working on. I'm planning Akemi a little bit in a notebook right now so I can figure out how I want to do the composition and what flower I want to draw him with. So kind of the idea is like my OCs accompanied with a flower, and then with that I want to do kind of like a little study page of the flower, so a sketched version and a painted version. And I'm probably gonna take these into Clip Studio Paint and do little chibis to give little blurbs about each of the plants, as well as like a title is what is kind of my plan. So illustration and a study of every plant probably, but some plants might have more studies. Maybe I'll do other illustrations where there is no study of the plant. We'll see what I do, but kind of want to do like an accompaniment of those two together. We have Koji, so him with the daisies. The daisy study, so painted version, and then the sketch version. So I like to do the sketch version first, then the painted, and then the OC drawing to kind of like prep me, if anything. So learn how to draw it, care about the colors, take everything I know about it and put it into the actual illustration portion. So hopefully my finished version of the drawing will look better than my studies, if anything. So yeah, Sato, Forget-Me-Nots, Forget-Me-Not studies, Koji and daisies, daisies, sketches and study, Moriko with lilies, and then Lily kind of study as well. And then these were like my old versions of what I wanted the zine to be, but I don't know if I like this aesthetic as much. Manila kind of tan color that I have here, I ended up switching it to kind of this green color. It just fits a little bit better, and especially I choose a lot of lighter color flowers in my selection, so they stand out a little bit easier. But we have the Astilbe, Astilbe? I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, sketches, kind of similar thing. I ended up putting like the color swatches, a border, bachelor button, again, painted version, sketch versions, little studies. I think I want to do more of these kinds of studies, and maybe I'll include these into the zine as well, but maybe more in depth if I don't end up doing an illustration for them, so maybe I could take up like a full spread instead. Trumpet vine, so painted version, sketches, little studies. That's kind of what I have in the floral zine currently. I did not get as much done as I wanted to, but I will push kind of like for the rest of this year, and hopefully kind of before the second half of next year, I should have the zine done. But the folder that has the most in my Procreate is obviously my OCs folder. So at 218, we have my OCs folder. So Akemi, kind of little doodle that I did to accompany my Inktober's. I actually still have to draw something else to show the previous week as well. Moriko sketch page, so I don't know, I just love drawing her. So Moriko, who's kind of like Sato's best friend, as well as she likes to hang out with Masaki and Kaisen. This is, yeah, animation that I also did with the other drawing that's coming up next, but I thought it'd just be cute to include because I ended up not drawing him in here technically. So Masaki, Kaisen, Koji, and Akemi, who already wears glasses. So I just wanted to draw them with different shaped glasses. But because I felt bad that I did not draw him in with the rest of the boys, I ended up drawing this little animation. All of my OCs together, Masaki, Kaisen, Koji, Moriko, Sato, and Akemi. I just like them in their little fall outfits. I think they look cute. I actually acquired a similar cardigan to this, except for it's like navy blue all throughout, but I think it looks really cute. Moriko and Sato, little sketch doodle of them. Little sketch page of Kaisen with a sweater, or like turtlenecks and like thicker sweaters, I guess. Masaki, which I ended up not finishing, and he might go into the floral folder a little bit later. Sato for the Mid-Autumn's Festival. Oh, let me grab these little gremlins. So, I don't know how can I show you guys? Push it back a little bit. Masaki and Kaisen. I did end up learning how to crochet a little bit, so I made little pots. You can see that I kind of messed up some of my stitches here. So Kaisen. Kind of what he looks like. But yeah, I have like a little photo collage of them in that folder. They're gonna chill over here with me. So little doodles on top of the little photos that I took of them. And then when I gave them little sprout headbands, I decided to do little doodles of them because I don't think, like, him as a person would enjoy something like this, like something so cutesy. I feel like Masaki wouldn't mind. Masaki drawing for a painting as well. Kaisen with a ballpoint pen. Oh, I feel like I didn't do a video about this, but maybe I'll do one so that if you guys are interested in this brush. I do think this is kind of like a lovely replica of like a ballpoint pen. So I drew Kaisen. Kaisen and Masaki for who knows why. This was for my birthday. I don't remember. Did this have multiple? Yes. So I'll show this one, I think. Yeah, little doodles of what I would do with my OCs to hang out. We have Masaki reference sheet, which I might end up redoing at some point. I don't know. Maybe it's because I like him the most that I don't know if I did him justice, even though he's my own OC. Masaki and a cute ice cream that I saw. These are for stickers, so I'm gonna revisit these, but it's my OC Hansuke. Masaki for Canada Day. My OCs again, so doing a little bit of like line art and inking and kind of like this wash of colors. So Akemi, Sato, Masaki, and Kaisen, and then Moriko and Sato. Kaisen for the outfits. This also has two layers to it, but we're not going to go through it. This was for... I think I drew random emotions for my OCs. So I had like a template of kind of expressions, I guess, and I randomly picked from the 6 of my OCs to place them into the different slots to see who would be what, and they turned out to be like fun to do for stickers or like emotes and stuff, so I might revisit this again so we can add in more because Kaisen and Moriko did not get a lot in this particular set. I don't know what this is for. Maybe I'll finish this one up and I can upload that with the Inktober's for last week, technically. I drew my OCs with Pokemon, or like their partner Pokemon. So him with a Swadloon, which I ended up changing to a Buddu later. Him with a Vileplume. Koji and a Scraggy. We have Moriko and Weavile, a Lowland Sandslash with Sato, and then Akemi with a Rio Nicholas. Akemi and his siblings, which I will eventually revisit one day. I will, because I would love to include them into everyone's kind of dynamic, if anything, and make reference sheets for them, but kind of little portrait of them all. Little doodles. But I'm gonna see if I can fix them up to the point where I feel like I'm comfortable drawing them, if anything. I do like this idea, but we'll see if I fully stick to it. And then her outfit, I'm still a little bit iffy about as well. I might change her hair to be dark. Yeah, I might. We'll see. Outfits for Moriko as well. Moriko doodle, which I don't know what she's supposed to be holding. This is the Draw Your Squad meme, obviously the Monopoly version. We have Moriko the announcer, Masaki praying, Selwyn, who you haven't seen really. I just like to imagine he teleported and landed on the board. Sato and Akemi, so Sato won with the help of Akemi. Koji is distraught in the back and Kaisen's in jail. Moriko sticker. Then Moriko and Kaisen. So these were from OC scenarios submitted by you guys. I don't really remember what was the context for this technically. This one's I think was like a girls' night. Then we have Akemi's little reference sheet. Then we have Kaisen's reference sheet, which I feel like I need to refer to more because I kept drawing this little guy's hair wrong the entire time. My OCs, which I was gonna draw for the OC scenario, and it's supposed to be like a giant heart, but it felt like I was gonna break Masaki's arms because Kaisen's supposed to be significantly taller in this piece, but yeah. I still like how these guys turned out. They look super cute. Akemi, which I will revisit. I think I like the coziness of this one. Kaisen eating the little clover because I think someone suggested saying that it looks like he was gonna eat it because it's so close to his mouth. I was gonna make this girl like the mascot of the zine, but I might abandon that idea. We'll see. Or no, I think I'll abandon that. Akemi and Sato with their partner Pokemon. Kaisen with his, so I like drawing him with Haunter and Vileplume, so I think he's like a poison type trainer. And then Masaki obviously is a grass type trainer. Sato and Alolan Sandslash. Ooh, thumbnails. So this was, I think, the thumbnail that I wanted to do for the zine, so I actually forgot to move this over. And then this was like the original version of this one, which I ended up abandoning. And then all of my old OCs back when I was in high school. Cat Day, so Masaki and Kaisen with my little mascot Hansuke. Pixel versions of Kaisen, Sato, and Akemi. Pixel version of just like a room. Masaki, which I still like this one. I might make him my business card. We'll see. If not, I'll make Kaisen my business card. Kaisen again. I think this is like technically his first illustration that I made of him. And then we have all of these guys. This is Selwyn again. I included Hansuke, but little flowers. I might turn these guys into stickers. I might adjust their flowers though, but it'd be cute to put maybe random stickers for the zines, and maybe I'll use these ones. Moriko, so first illustration of her. We have Sato, we have Kaisen. Oh, I guess I drawn Kaisen before, but this is before I kind of figured out his hair, I think. Masaki for New Year's, and then I think a lot of these you guys would have seen because I think this is nearing October probably. But yeah, these were fun. Doodles with kind of like a watercolor wash with the old beach brush. Always looks good. I don't know what to draw for Halloween. I'm gonna think of another one to draw for Halloween as well. Maybe I'll do Kaisen this year. Maybe I'll do Kaisen this year for the Halloween. Oh, I want to do another wardrobe drawing video. We have Pinterest again. This one was fun to do. Masaki drawings. Him with a bunch of sweets. My little chibi self. Masaki again. And then I think these are supposed to be like winter outfits at the time. And this is when I only have the 4 OCs, so at this point more like Moriko and Kaisen were not introduced. And then everything else I think we can kind of quickly go through. Forgot about this. My poor son. The same OC that I was gonna make the mascot of the zine. We'll see if I end up doing that. Sato when she used to have 6 fingers. Wait. Okay, just double checking. Probably screwed up again. Oh, I would like to revisit these two. That's like for the Live 2D animation thing. These are very warm. Illustration. So I think this one's the animation without the noise filter on it. Planning for that. Little doodles. I miss doing like digital doodles like this of Masaki. I've been doing them more on like my sketchbook. Oh, this one was fun. I don't know why I did these. But yeah, I did like a little blushing thing for all of them at the time. Moriko and Kaisen not included, but still fun to do. This one I think was just cute to do with little Akemi and Sato at the very bottom. Sitting clay figures, which I wanted to do. I might revisit this since I've done the Ramune one, and maybe I can make them even smaller, so I can do one of Masaki. Masaki in a pot, carrying his groceries. Masaki with Sprigatito, and some like the new Pokemon at the time, so Bramblin and Smoliv. Halloween, I'm assuming. I like how I did the skull. I forget what this was for. And then, yeah, a lot of old drawings once again. A lot of Masaki. I was trying to doodle Akemi a little bit more. And I want to draw Akemi and Sato together a lot more as well. And just draw Koji in general because I feel like I haven't drawn him in forever. Oh, wait. Did I talk about this in the previous video? I'm so sorry doing this like in the middle of the gallery tour, but this was the design for Akemi's older brother at the time. But I feel like he had too much of an overlap with the aesthetic a little bit between Moriko and Tyson, which is why I scrapped this idea. I might revisit kind of that aesthetic a little bit for his like other side because I kind of have him flipping a little bit every so often in terms of like bartender at night, office worker in the daytime kind of thing. Little photo credits of my OCs, which I would like to remake. Oh, this is like the acrylic charm, which I forgot I have down here with me. Masaki, my phone stand, and just a bunch of old sketches and doodles, which I will definitely make more small little sketches and doodles and stuff. I'll find some other stuff how I want to do it, but I want to include more freebies when I finish the zine finally. So these are definitely when I was like learning how to use Procreate. Using very vibrant colors for Masaki in his outfit at the time. Yeah, we're reaching the end super soon. Which I think is like, I always talk about this, but I kind of want to go back to doodle, kind of similar. I think we're at the end. Yes, we're finally at the end. But the thing I want to like redo again is kind of doing a more like sketchbook sketch pages digitally and just doing like the color blocking like this for Masaki especially. I think it just looks neat, like black and white, and then kind of just this pop of color. But that is it for the gallery tour. Now, I know this video is going to be hecking long, and I do apologize, but once again, if you want to see some of the other drawings that I have offloaded from my iPad onto the Google Drive, alongside with some of my old Ibis Paint drawings, then please check out, I think, last year's video, which I'll link down in the description, or the previous one, which is 2022. Yeah, I will give you a better idea of what I offloaded at that time, because I think because we're accumulating too many drawings, it's going to take longer and longer to show everything. So those ones are a little bit more shorter, I think, so it'll be easier for you to see those ones. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and hopefully in the future I will continue to keep updating and drawing a lot more in Procreate, as it's still been very fun to do. And hopefully sometime next year, early next year, I want to finish the zine. So I am going to go ham with drawing more flowers and my OCs and hopefully finishing that. And in the future, if I can, I will take you guys along with me as I'm working on these, maybe on live streams and stuff, just because it might motivate me to actually work on it, and it'll help me maybe stream a little bit more consistently again in the future. So yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching today, and kind of spending a awful amount of time just watching me go through my entire gallery. I hope it wasn't too big of a slog to watch, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time in the next video though. Goodbye. I don't know how to position these guys. Bye.